This is Knights on the Sega Saturn. And I get mobbed right from the start. I forgot how nice this game looked. Or still looks, rather. Jumpy. Right. If you haven't played this game already, it plays very much in a 2D way. Almost like a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. Although you are flying around this 3D map. I remember when I first played this, I was almost disappointed that you didn't spend more time wandering around the 3D terrain like you do at the start, and if you run out of time. I think that might have been due to me seeing Super Mario 64 on the N64, and I'm thinking, I want to play that, not some 2D game. But I think looking back now, you can see the beauty in this game. And this certainly looks nice. It's a bit low resolution, but it certainly runs smooth on the Saturn. You've got to collect these blue orbs, and if you see that little man thing down there, I think they're called a chow, or chow, I think. And the idea is, if you're nice to them, they're, I would say nice, civil to you, but if you're nasty to them, then they do things like throw snowballs at you. I think this game was quite underrated when it first came out, because I suppose I'm being as guilty as any. In '96, when this came out, we wanted a 3D Sonic game, and Sonic Team gave us this. And I think it was unfairly judged. Ooh, something. What was that? Yeah. Anyway, I think looking at the later Sonic games compared to this, I think this stands up a lot better. I think the first Sonic Adventure game was a good game, and certainly was better than the later ones. So I think, well, this game apparently is coming out on the new consoles, the 360 with Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network, and I think it might get judged a bit fairer now without the spectre of Sonic hanging over it. Hopefully it will. I think it deserves it. This game's quite unusual because you almost have to play it based on instinct. You can't really see far enough ahead, so it's almost just like feeling your way through the level. You've got to collect these orbs, and I think you've got to get about 20 or 25 or so, and then you open one of these cage things, and then you can finish the level. I enjoy the sound on this game. I think in the 32-bit generation, the flavour of the time was to stream audio off a CD, but this game is quite unusual because it used the Saturn's onboard MIDI chip to create audio, which was more like how things were done, with the SNES or the Mega Drive, or even mods on the Amiga. I'm not sure why that was done, but I do like the instrument samples. I'm always reminded by the first Sonic Adventure game, where you go to the Chow, is it the Chow Garden, where you get the eggs and you can grow the Chow and look after them and things. The instruments, as far as I know, they're either exactly the same, or at least to my ears, pretty much the same. Good music. Right, this is the boss. The colours here are quite trippy, to say the least. or drug-induced. One of them. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland with the Mad Hatter with his mercury poisoning, or LSD. Take your pick. Ah. This game isn't that long, it's only about 4 hours in length, but the idea is when you play it the first time you'll probably get a C or a D as your score, and then you play it again and you get B, and then play it again, hopefully get all A's. I'm not sure if you get some kind of bonus or extra. Right, what did I get? C. Not great. Not bad, not great. Right, start. Bonuses can be... I forgot about that. I think I did it the long way, or the hard way. Oh, that's weird. You go back to the start menu. Have I done something stupid? Oh no, there's the next level. Oh, that's quite weird. Instead of going to the next level, or even this screen again, you go back to the start menu. Very odd. Ooh, this looks nice. No! Get away, you sod. Stealing from a child. Terrible. Ooh. Was that a bad guy or was that a chow? Later in the game the perspective changes on a couple of levels, so you're flying with the camera behind knights, which is a bit of a change. It does make use of the fact that you are playing in a 3D world and not just a 2D world. There was a sequel that came out to this game on the Wii, and rather embarrassingly, that was the game that convinced me to actually buy a Wii. It was the killer app for me, and my mistake was I didn't read the reviews before buying the console with this game, or that game rather. I wouldn't say it was a waste of money to buy the Wii. I think there were a couple of good games like Xenoblade, but certainly didn't get my money's worth out of it. So, note to self, read the reviews no matter what the game's called. There was a port of this game to the PS2, although that only came out in Japan, and from what I've played of it, it seems to be identical to this. So I hope that version is the one that comes out on Xbox Live, hopefully this year. The frame rate on the PS2 version's just like this, so I suspect that it's a proper port and not just an emulation, which I don't think would be possible on that console. I might be wrong. Ooh, running out of time. Crap, crap, crap. Ugh. Gotta collect all these. Yeah. As I said at the start, when I first... Ooh, is that an egg? Oh, ooh, the clock. I think that's when you wake up. I think you're meant to be dreaming. Yeah, as I said, when I first played this in '96, I preferred the look of this part of the game, where you kind of wandering around in 3D, which was quite unique at the time. And thinking, why wasn't this done much more in the game? But I think looking at it now, it's a bit limited. And you can't see very far ahead. Whoa. Come on, jumpy jumpy. There was a special edition of Nights called Christmas Nights that came with, I think it came with a magazine, or it came as a deal if you bought, I think it was 2 Saturn games, brand new, at the end of 96, 97, around there. And the idea was that it was Christmas themed, but it was tied to the clock, the internal clock in the Saturn. So if you, what do these do? If you play the game at Christmas, you get a Christmas theme, or if you play the game at winter, it's snowy, and in the summer you get a summer theme, and spring, blah blah blah. But you got these prizes for playing the game in certain ways, and one of them, I think it was the final one, was Sonic. So you could run around the level, just as you saw then, in 3D, and that was fun for about 5 minutes. Maybe that's a good reason why Sonic on the Saturn didn't work, because you can't see very far ahead. Yeah, right, I think I'll leave it there. I think Nights is not to everyone's taste. It's upside down. Yeah, it's not to everyone's taste. It's certainly not Sonic. As I said, I think it will be judged hopefully a bit better now, without being compared to the Sonic game that never came out. And the later Sonic games, I wouldn't say they're not bad games, but they're not as good as the originals, and I think nostalgia is part of that. But this game is what it is, so hopefully, you know, if you remember the game and you've got the nostalgia, then you know about it. But if you know you've got a Saturn and you never played this game, then you know, give it a spin. It's certainly a short, you know, fun game that seems to have all the magic that was part of the original Sonic games. And that's me finished. Okay, right, thanks for watching.